Good evening, everybody, and welcome to MRBC Division A, Week 2. Sad that we didn't get any casts in for Week 1, but everybody's been a little bit busy, so we're happy to be here. We're going to be casting Osiriz versus 228 Blackwatch tonight, and I'm actually pretty excited. These are two very big teams. They've been doing very well. Oz is a bit more of a recent team, formed out of a couple of people from actually quite a few teams. So they're pretty new. The players aren't new, but what I mean is that the team compilation is pretty new. Blackwatch is still comprised of quite a few of the same members, so they've been doing very well in Star League, so I'm hoping to see that they're going to continue their momentum. I believe they won a 5... They took a 4-1 win against 42nd Scorn in Week 1, correct, Snap?
I believe so, yeah.
But yeah, well,
Yep, that is correct.
Glad to have you guys here. So, Canyon Network has dropped one. This is Week 2 of MRBC. And let me pull up the fixtures so I can go through all the maps so that I don't say the wrong map. Also, move me to spectator, please. So, fixtures for this week should be Canyon Network for drop 1. That's going to be a domination drop. That's 4 lights, 4 mediums, no heavies and no assaults. Mining Collective should be our second drop, which should be 2 lights, 4 mediums, and 2 heavies, no assaults. Drop 3 is our command mech drop, which should be a 85-ton assault is required, then 4 heavies, and then 3 mediums. Obviously, all of these only allow 1 duplicate, and only drop 1 you're not allowed to bring streaks. Drop 4 is on... Did I say Forest Colony for drop 3? Because it's River City. I was reading the wrong one. Drop 3 should be on River City. Drop 4 should be Polar Highlands, and that is a 2-2-2-2 drop. That means 2 lights, 2 heavies, 2 mediums, 2 assaults. And then the very last drop is your assault drop, which is going to be 2 lights, 2 heavies, 4 assaults, no mediums. So that's what we're looking at going into. So there's going to be 5 drops. Each team has been assigned one side. This is the first go around, so Oz is our home team for this round, and then Blackwatch should be our away team, so Blackwatch should be team 2. So we just got Oz into the lobby right now, so hopefully we'll be seeing 228th in here soon. Can you go ahead and fix the settings?
Working on it.
This is what I pay you to do.
Trying to get both teams in here.
Excuse me, give me 1 second, I need to step away.
Alright. So, looks like both teams are in. We'll be starting shortly. Kind of expecting to see full-on brawl from both teams here. I know both teams really favor it. I think Oz tends to favor a little bit of a mid-range, at least one mid-range poker. 228 actually does whip out 2 Overwatch, 1 to 2 Overwatch, especially on this map quite frequently. At least they have in the past. So probably be mostly interested to see lances that they pick. Waiting on them to get ready up, and we'll get started. Just waiting on Banana and for the teams to ready up. Awkward silence. I don't know. With this being domination, I think we're probably gonna see a fight happening in the middle. I would imagine it usually ends up happening on the radio tower side, so the south side. If you're looking at the map strat on Canyon.
Sorry about that, I'm back. Map starts
just in time.
Yep. No radio casts, please.
Why did you leave me?
It was the fire department. I don't really have a choice.
Wait, what?
Something going on up the street or something. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here for this 5-drop match, which I'm actually pretty excited about. I've been looking forward to casting this.
I was talking a little bit about the match and what I was expecting. I do know that 228 tends to favor a lot of Overwatch, even on Canyon for drop 1. I know that Oz favors a little bit of like one mid-range poke mech, but they generally just go straight in for the brawl. So.
And we are live. Overlays up. We're good. Let's see this match happen. Yeah, I would expect, especially with Osiriz having radio tower, I'm hoping to see that they have a. Come on, there we go. I'm hoping I would expect them to bring a kind of like an Overwatch mech, but you never know.
I know 228 has brought the Treb 5J in the past. They've also brought Hunchbacks to this map. 2Cs, that is. All right, looking at the decks now. Oh no, we're looking at. I speak of the devil. Hunchback 2CA. I don't know if that's small pulse or not. That is something they like to bring.
Yeah, looking at the deck for Oz, we got a double Nova, Hunchback, I see Huntsman. Seems to be a kind of a common pick. I notice it a lot. Medium Pulse is coming out of Moritz, the Hunchback for Oz. Interesting setup from 228. Is that there's a contact over? Who is that? Edmeister and the Arctic Cheetah is scouting the dump truck over there. Kind of a bit spread out, more spread out than you would normally expect from one of these drops. Is that Goss?
From what? The Huntsman?
I don't know.
I'm hearing
There's a Goss Adder.
What?
Panic is running a Goss Adder.
That takes some balls, man.
This manly man. Looks like most of 228 is holding the Canyon here. Both teams seem a little bit unwilling to commit. 228 does have a initial cap advantage. 3 seconds is not much. Psychoholic taking a little bit of poking on this right side here underneath the bridge. But let's zoom in a little bit here so that we're not just looking at pixels. And it looks
Panic
like
really
Oz
has
is
to
making a
nail.
move.
Oh, yep, they're coming in. They're going through the dirt ramp. I don't know if I like this, actually. Like, they're going to be coming into a giant crossfire here.
It's interesting.
Oh, no, they're sending lights to the side.
It's interesting that 228 has opted to come out of the low ground. They're crossing over to Theta. And Defunct in the Jenner is a little bit exposed here. He's
this
kind
could
of
be
alone.
bad.
Spiders are going in on him. And the brawl is
They're like
happening.
jumped up. He's like the only one presenting right now. The rest of his team's finally getting in there. He goes down. Ouch.
This is a pretty brutal fight. Turok is at 61% in the Nova. One last bite takes Reckless. Cheetah's putting in as much damage as he can in the back. Psychoholic doing everything he can to bring down one last bite.
Tifo's over here on Panic, by the way.
56%.
He's
Panic button
keeping that
is-
adder busy, but I don't know if that's really worth it at this point because it looks like, yep, Oz is
It's a
getting
4-1
absolutely
sweep.
murdered.
This is not looking well. Ghost is doing what he can. T-Fun takes down Chrisman with the... is that an Anal Jouster? I think it is. Skinless over in the Wolverine, up on top of Theta, just trying to do anything. T-Fun takes down another kill. One last bite is down.
Moritz in the back, and he's giving some great Overwatch, but he's overheating. Oh, wow.
T-Fun just
He
gets
rode the
legged.
override, just lost the torso.
Let's see if Skinless can go ahead and take Turok's back here. And he does. It is now 4-2. Percentages are looking okay, but...
I don't think that they're going to be able to turn this around. Moritz overheated and lost one of his torsos to overriding, and it looks like Skinless is taking a 4v1 right now. And Moritz has basically been riding to C-Bar the entire time.
Yep, and there goes the leg for Skinless. This is not looking good.
He's out.
Excuse me, the Locust was not legged. He just shut down. And Moritz is moving in, just trying to take any kills that he can. And this is looking like it's going to go in favor of 228. It was an interesting setup from both teams initially. I mean, it's not what you normally see. And it goes in favor of 228 4-2-8, which denies Oz the bonus. Interesting play. I wasn't expecting to see a Goss Adder for sure.
The Goss Adder was interesting, and honestly, I think Oz overreacted to it a little bit. I think I didn't like that move. I do think that aggression was the right call, but I think that alleyway that they took could have been a better choice on that.
Definitely an interesting strat to come out of 228, and wow, Moritz pulling a lot of damage in that Hunchback, but just not quite enough. Next, we're falling down left and right for Oz, and they just couldn't get an answer back. So that is drop one, a definitive win for 228. That puts, if I'm not mistaken, Blackwatch at 350 rep, if my calculations are correct, and Oz at 100. So, Cat's not out of the bag yet, but definitely a good, strong win.
Drop one can always go either way. I mean, depending. It doesn't. Like, in my opinion, I think there is a. I gotta remember to look at the stats, but I think whoever wins drop one usually goes on to win the drops. But in my opinion, it can always go either way. It doesn't necessarily seal your fate, but
it definitely does seem to. It's. I think that's partly momentum, though. I mean, you get a good team rolling, and they're just going to try and keep rolling. And sometimes it's hard to come back from an early loss like that. You open up, and something doesn't go right. A bad call gets made. You misposition slightly, and then sometimes it just snowballs out of control. But both of these teams have shown themselves to be very strong and very capable. So I'm hoping to see some really, really tough fought matches. And it's not all over, like we said. It's only a 250 rep deficit right now. So we'll see what both of these teams are able to do on drop 2, which should be. Let me get the UI updated. And I'm a Spurg.
It's Mining Collective.
I knew what it was. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
So let's go over Canyon, though. Just to kind of... I'm going to highlight from 228's position with red. So initially, they had... So I'd like to point out a couple of interesting things. Next time we cast, I'll have the replay, so we can watch the replay, because I'd really like to do that, but I'm lazy. Also, thank you, Bandit, for fixing a lot of things. You're the best. They had a scout up high here, so they knew a lot of the positions that were coming out of Oz. And then they rotated back in, and then they had Panic's... it kills me. Panic's Cossatter